This whole Bronny experiment is becoming too much. Let's talk about it.
Money's gotta be the shoes. Shoes.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Skinny Hardaway, and this is Retro Heat Check. Checking in one more time for the real hoop heads out there. And as always, thank you all for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, your comments, and of course, those questions. You already know tomorrow is Wednesday, and Wednesday is Q&A with Skinny. Definitely looking forward to answering your questions and continue to bring in those questions that you guys have been, just dropping on me these last few weeks. They've been very interesting, thought provoking. I've had a blast answering all your questions. Some of your questions required me to actually use a lot of brain power. I'm not gonna lie, but definitely I appreciate you guys. I'm humbled by all you guys in the Hoophead Haven, just participating with the channel. This is a small channel. I always say Rome wasn't built in a day. Neither will this channel. I've said that from the onset. But man, along the way, I picked up some really good hoop heads, man, to ride with, man. So just keep up the good work, and keep feeding those questions to me. I definitely enjoy it. I love answering your questions and your comments in the comment section. Sometimes I'm a little slow on responding, and sometimes work stuff, life stuff catches up. So, but I eventually get to your comments, and that's why another reason why I do have Q&A on Wednesday, so that I can feel that I'm engaging with you guys in the Hoophead Haven. Definitely can't leave you guys hanging. So continue to make this channel great by supplying those fire questions that you guys have been doing. So kudos to you guys. Tip of the cap, all that good stuff to you guys, man. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Um, yeah, now is the time that we go into man, we shouting out the squad. These are my guys. These are guys that I roll with. They roll with me. We support each other. They support me. It's definitely definitely a blessing to be surrounded by like-minded individuals. Although we do come from different walks of life, we have different approaches. Sometimes we may not agree with one another, but at the end of the day, we're all still facing the same uphill battle, facing the same naysayers and haters. And hey, we slam every week, we slam every day, because we're armed with the facts, we're armed with the truth. And when you are armed with that, hey, you will remain undefeated, no doubt. Um, but yeah, definitely, these are my guys. These are the guys that I support, I stand with, and I hope that you guys give them the same kind of support that you guys show me. So big shout outs to Sports and Fitness Rants, Uncommon Sense, Scap Attack, Angry O Hoops, Uncut Hoops, my twin, Phenomenal Fitness, Michael Jordan Fans Are the Best, NMB Sports TV, The Real Mind Crime, Shekel Storm NBA, Jordan versus LeBron, um, Prince Sports, Man Down Sports, Geechee Life Sports Talk, Ticket TV, The Allen Ricks TV, NBA Fact Self Research. Definitely check out Jordan versus LeBron, a great channel. Um, I think that. Oh yeah, can't forget my guy Kobe Bryant Film Room. Definitely check him out. Great channel. These are channels that I support. These are the guys that You know what I'm saying? That hey, they support my small channel, little old me. And I definitely hope that you guys give them the same uh, love that you guys show me, and that you guys check them out. So other than that, man, that's the squad. Big shout outs. You already know what it is, man. Hoop heads, the doors are closed tonight. Another closed door session. No new hoop heads to add into the hoop head haven. So we're gonna just press on, get on to the nitty gritty because Oh yeah, before I get to it, man, apologies for yesterday. Um, Mother Nature came in and said, you know what, it's my time to shine. And when she shined, when Mother Nature shined, when the good Lord shined, that meant that my house was gonna go dark. So storms came through. They're saying that there's some storms that might come, that might spin back, and we might get another round of storms tonight. So I'm trying to do this before any of that happens, if it does happen. So my apologies. So you know that, hey, I'm here. But yeah, yesterday was definitely a natural occurrence. So sorry, guys, but yeah, I'm here. So let's get down to it. Let's get down to the nitty gritty, man. Enough of the niceties and all that stuff, man. I got show love, but it's time to get down to business because, oh man, I'm getting really tired. I'm 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 done. It's like I am done with this whole LeBron James experiment. Like just this whole experiment is just it's trash. I mean, this is 14 years of fail. Ever since he left Cleveland the first time in 2010, it's just been one fail after another, after another, after another. Yeah, these had some successes in between. A title versus a young. Now, granted, this is with my Miami Heat, but he took advantage of a young uh, OKC squad that had no clue about about winning or any kind of experience in the playoffs. These guys were just there off of just sheer talent. And Miami being the grizzled old veteran team that they were at the time, with the prime LeBron James leading the way, was able to beat them. And you got a lucky Ray Allen shot that went in. I won't even say luck because Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters, but for that circumstance, a lucky shot, I guess you could say. Just a crazy improbable shot that he hit to stave off elimination, to stave off the San Antonio Spurs winning another championship. And you went on to parlay that into your second championship. Then your third championship, it was all Kyrie. It was basically Kyrie saving his ass each and every night. Yeah, he put up numbers, but when it came down to the clutch stuff, when it came down to the clutch moments outside of that block shot, majority of those clutch moments in that 2016 finals was Kyrie. Kyrie should have been MVP, but you already know it's LeBron. And then everybody knows about the foo Mickey Mouse championship. We don't even count that. Put an asterisk by that. And then you had your little preseason NBA tournament cup, whatever that was, whatever that trash was, because we know that y'all wasn't gonna do anything in the finals. Thus, your years of failure. Like I said, this is a 14-year failed mission from one LeBron James, and this right here is the cherry on top, and that is his son, Bronny. This is a guy I've already covered him on several videos. I just did a video on him last week comparing him to the last 5 55th picks of the NBA draft, and just how egregious basically what those guys who actually have talent and accomplishments and achievements versus a kid who just so happens to be LeBron's son. And that is where the crux of my ire from this whole situation comes from, is because the simple fact of the matter is we're watching in real life, in real time. We are watching You are watching nepotism at its worst. You are literally watching nepotism like in its most toxic form. So much so that you have you have you have media members who actually lie to our faces, uh, uh, basically telling us that we're not seeing what we're seeing on the screen. We got so many people sitting up here trying to make excuses for him, from media members to former and current NBA players. But there was one player that I did notice, and big shout outs to Brandon Jennings too as well. I'll touch on him briefly. Pause. I'll touch on his comments briefly. But Jaylen Brown, I was like, I applauded him from what I saw. You know, the clip of him sitting courtside watching Bronny play with him and his girlfriend. I forget her name. Kaiser, whatever her name is. Kaiser. I have no clue what that girl's name is. She's very beautiful, and she got a whole lot of letters in her name that just don't seem to say anything. Not anything to my eyes, but they're sitting on the court side, they're discussing, and he just turns to her and he just says that Bronny is not a pro. He kept it real. He kept it a buck. I mean, you could not have said it any better. And I was so, when I saw that, I was like, you know what? You know, somebody in the league is keeping it a bean. And I was like, you know what? Jaylen Brown is really standing on business. Jaylen Brown has really been standing on business these last couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? I was like, Jaylen Brown, you know, let everybody know in the NBA Finals that he was no joke. You know, that he is on equal footing with Tatum. You know, coming with the Finals MVP. You know, he got a beautiful girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And life is good. He got the big boy contract the other year. You know, he's a max player. Everything's falling into place. And I'm just like, man, he really standing on business. Like, he's really doing his thing. Like, he's really out here. You know, and quickly those props that I had for that guy immediately was thrown out the window the second that I saw his tweet sitting up here copping deuces and copping please to LeBron, Clutch Sports. I don't know who I'm assuming LeBron James, Rich Paul, Clutch Sports, Maverick Carter, Clutch Sports, all those guys. How is it that you come out here and you tell the truth? And so what? So what? You said it on camera. So you know, it's like, so what? Who cares? You told the truth. You told the facts. Why are you getting online apologizing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's terrible. Like, that's a terrible look. It's like, and it illustrates the power that LeBron James has. LeBron James, love it or hate it, he is the most powerful man in the NBA. He's probably one of the most powerful men in sports, period. Because you don't have the power that he had. You can't say that he don't have any power and he's getting away with all of this crap. He's getting off all of this crap. He's been able to manipulate and cheat and lie and cut corners and make excuses. He's been doing this for 14 years, ever since he stepped away from Cleveland in 2010. I don't count those years, those first few years, because that was that was the closest to a pure basketball playing LeBron that I could say. That's probably the purest form of LeBron James as a basketball player. Those first couple years in Cleveland. Once he left and went to my Miami Heat, and from that point on, he became this monster that we pretty much watched transform and become the bane of the existence of real hoop heads. Like, this is a dude who pretty much has pulled levers and pulled strings and, you know, cut corners and stabbed people in the back. He's done everything possible to make this move to get his son Bronny into the league. This is his latest. This is the latest, BS move by the Flop King. It's like, okay, you pretty much, you're forming super teams. You're hopping from team to team. You're playing GM. You're bringing in top flight players. They come in as top flight players. They leave out a shell of themselves. It's just like now you pretty much manipulated the sport to allow your non-basketball playing son into the league. And I say that not for the simple fact that he can't play basketball. I'm not saying that. I'm saying on the professional level, he is a non-basketball playing dude. He is not out there hooping, bro. Why is LeBron James subjecting us real hoop fans, us real sports fans, to this farce? This is trash. Now, I could have did a whole Bronny James, you're a bum, like I did Draymond, like I did JJ. I didn't want to do that. I could have just easily just railed on him and just said, you know what? You're a bum. You're 6 for 26 total in 3 games. You ain't hit a 3. I saw the other night you airballed one. It was, I could literally say you don't belong in the league. You don't belong. You don't deserve that contract. We know all this stuff. Man. It's just the simple fact of the matter. What makes me mad is that the simple fact that we can't be real. People can't be real about this boy. Well, I can't even say boy. I'm so sorry. This young man. We can't keep it real with this young man. He can't hoop on the professional level. In Jaylen Brown, you kept it real. Why would you backtrack? You're not on Clutch Sports, I don't think. I don't think you're Clutch Sports. If you are, well, then I understand. I didn't even bother to do the research on that because I don't care if you are a Clutch Sports client or not. You should be allowed to say what you think in the moment. Bronny James is not a NBA level dude. He's not a G League level dude. Y'all sitting up here acting like the light bulb is going to flick on soon as he touches a regular season NBA game with his daddy on his side. No. If you can't dog walk or at least hang with the other guys, a whole bunch of rookies and second rounders and second year players, guys that are just pretty much still, a lot of them are still scratching the surface trying to get a footing in the league. And you can't even hang with them. This dude peaked in high school. Like, this is a player who's peaked in high school. He was surrounded by the best players on his team. They pretty much, they would play other talented teams, but for the most part, they were just dog walking a whole bunch of scrubs. He got gifted a McDonald's All-American spot. Because how is that you're a McDonald's All-American and then you go from that to averaging barely 4 points a game? And you are on a team that is trash. So, and you got mad minutes and everything, and you could only muster up barely 4 points a game, and that's exactly what you're mustering up right now as a member of the G League. We have been subjected to watching the second round of the NBA to watch him get drafted. When has the second round been on primetime TV? As far as the NBA draft, I don't remember the NBA being on primetime for the second round. Yes, the first round, especially within the last few years, it's just really just been the first round. But we watched. They wanted. Well, I ain't watch none of that. As soon as the first round was over, I was like, I'm cool. But they wanted to make the show of him walking across the stage, getting his hat and all this. They never did that for no second rounders. Not that I remember. They kind of the second round from the second round on, it was afterthoughts. It was like, okay, you looked at the ticker at the bottom of ESPN. You're like, okay, we got such and such in the second round. Oh, that team got such and such in the second round, third round, fourth round, whatever round. Well, I don't even think they go that deep anymore as far as the rounds go. But yeah, it's just man, it's just so disheartening. It's infuriating that you have a guy like Jaylen Brown who's been standing on business. It's like, I don't understand that you stand toe to toe with USA Basketball. You call out USA Basketball. You call out Nike. You're calling out all these people, but you scared. You back down though when it comes to Bronny James. You're that scared of LeBron James. You should be able to say what you want to say. You should be able to keep it real, especially when you're keeping it real. You ain't hurt nobody's feelings when you're telling the truth. Sometimes the truth hurts, but you're not hurting feelings. For real, in my eyes. You're just being objective. You're just letting it be known. Like, this is a professional. This is a professional setting. And within a professional setting, you should be able to levy any kind of respectful criticism, as long as you ain't coming at them on a personal level, as long as you're not dogging them out, dogging their families out, talking about whatever, anything that's outside of a professional realm, you should be able to speak your mind. And for Jaylen Brown to go heads up with Nike and NBA and USA Basketball, two bigger entities than Bronny James, and then you sit there and you cop deuces, and you try to say, oh, it's cool that Bronny and LeBron is playing together. No, you told the truth the first time. He is not a pro. Not a pro at all. There's no pro about him. And now you're seeing, it's a shame. You got pundits, you got pundits on TV lying to you. You got from ESPN First Take to Undisputed on FX and everybody in between, lying to our faces, coddling this young man who is not the business. He's not good. He's not good. You gave this young man $8 million for 4 years, guaranteed. We are watching an opportunity that should have been given to someone else, given to this guy who's not good at what he does. He's not good. There's so many guys that are actually good in the G League that aren't getting half of the pub. I watched last night, a little bit of the Heat preseason. There was a young man last name Christopher. Dude had a hell of a fourth quarter. You could tell he's fighting, scrapping. He's doing it all, biting, clawing. He's doing it all to try to make the roster. He got mouths to feed. You could tell. He's trying to get to the league, and then you're sitting up here watching this guy basically bleeding in front of you, trying to just get into the league. He just wants his shot, and you're praying and hoping that he gets his shot because he's showing you something. Versus this guy who's been given a spot, given a slot in the league, given a contract. It's just like you might as well give him Rookie of the Year. Why stop? Why stop there? You're watching Rob Pelinka in the stands. He's looking like how I'm feeling. Like, I can't wait for the James clan to go away. I can't wait for LeBron James to retire so I can cut his son. That's what he's looking at when he's looking at him play. This is a horrible display, and you can't say nothing about it. Not without somebody looking at you like, oh, you're a hater. You're hating on the young man. That's the problem. That's the problem with today's society. The whole let the young man shine. Gotta let the young man shine. If the light is dim, you gotta say something about it. You gotta say, hey man, this ain't shining, bruh. There's no light coming off of you, bruh. You're dim. You're not shining. You're not good. Find something else. Be a gamer. Be an influencer. Take up the family business with Nike. Look at the Jordan boys. They multimillionaires with the trophy room. That's an offshoot that's their own offshoot from Jordan. Now I don't know if it was given to them, but if they did, damn, they sure did turn it into something. They turned it into something. Between Flight Club and the trophy room, they definitely turned that into something. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this is a farce. That's all I can keep saying. Is like this is such a screw job. The fix is in. The fix has been in. Now we're just watching the play. Further metabolize and matriculate, and we're watching it manifest. And we're seeing the fruits of the labor. We're seeing before our eyes a sorry basketball player who got a free ride. I'm not even gonna say sorry. Sorry as far as the level that he's going to. Yes, he is sorry. Not saying that he can't play hoop. Not saying that he can't hoop. He looks like a really good, high school player. Like a high school, he might be the type of dude that you see at the Drew League. You might see at a summer league. A semi-pro. That level. Now, had he gone to college and further strengthened his game and further developed his game, then maybe we have a different conversation. But at this moment in time, he's not it. He's not good enough. And people can't even describe what they're watching without LeBron James and Clutch Sports coming down and making you apologize. You should never apologize, bruh. You supposed to be like Cam and Mace. You supposed to tell LeBron, I ain't your little homie, bruh. Stop trying to little homie me, man. You let that man punk you out in front of the world after you stood on business. I'm like, how are you standing up to entities such as, like I said it twice, I'm going to say it one more time. You stand up to Nike, you stand up to USA Basketball, but you fold to LeBron, who is on his way out the league. This is just a ploy to try to strengthen up his legacy, but this has been a 14-year fail. This is the triple Lundy into a fail. The cherry on top of a fail Sunday has been this LeBron James experiment going into the Bronny James experiment. This has just continued that fail. Every move that LeBron James has tried to make has come with little to no results. And when he does win, it's not necessarily because of him. A lot of times it's circumstances or other players. And then you have Bronny James. Is like, you can't even feel bad for the kid. For the young man, I'm sorry. Can't feel even bad for the young man. Because he shows traits of his daddy. He out here acting like his dad. He thinks that he's earned something. He's sitting up here acting like, oh, when he gets to the NBA, as soon as he steps onto the floor, oh, he's gonna turn up then. It don't work like that. You gotta earn your way into this league. It should not be given to you. And that's why once LeBron James retires, Bronny James is gonna be on the first thing smoking out the league. Bryce is the one. Bryce is the hooper. I hope that he is the redemption of the James name. Because right now, I'm sorry, the James name is good as mud in the NBA as far as I'm concerned. Because of just all the bull that they've been pulling these last 14 years. The bull that LeBron James has been able to play. Yes, some of it earlier of the BS years. Yes, my squad benefited from it. My squad has two more banners hanging up in the in those rafters, along with 4 Eastern Conference banners. So I can't sit up here and be a hypocrite and say, you know, I didn't benefit as a Miami Heat fan. But as a Miami Heat fan, I'm gonna keep it real. Yeah, he cut corners to get to Miami. He cut corners. He was grateful. He was grateful to win the 2 that he was down in Miami. That he won in Miami. He's grateful to win them. Because if OKC would have turned up just a little, they probably could have got us. Had Ray Allen not hit that shot, San Antonio got another ring. Tim Duncan sitting on 6 instead of 5. You know? But this move right here to Bronny James it's pathetic, man. It's just a pathetic display. The James family have held the NBA at ransom, in particular the LA Lakers, holding them hostage somewhere in the great beyond. Kobe is shaking his head. Jerry West is shaking his head, and Dr. Jerry Buss is somewhere doing quadruple flips in his grave. Something that he built with his hard work is basically being handed over to an over the hill player who's overextended his welcome in his son who's just not that good. You should be able to speak out and say whatever you want to say about that young man's performance. Now, as long as you guys, as long as we keep it clean, we should be able to say what we want to say about that young man. And that young man is not good. It is what it is. He's not good. And Jaylen Brown, you should have never backed down. Never. You never should have backed down. I hope nobody backs down. That's why I say props to Brandon Jennings. Props to you. Because if you, I know you will never see this video, but props to you, Brandon. You kept it real. If you guys didn't see the Gil's Arena the other night, with him keeping it real about Bronny, you need to look it up. Look it up on YouTube, man. Gil's Arena, Brandon Jennings, Bronny James. That's all. Just type that. Just type those keywords in. You'll probably find the video. But he kept it real. He said that this boy is sorry. He is sorry. He can't play at this level. He did not earn his spot. He should not be in the league. He is taking another player's opportunity. Brandon Jennings laid it all out, and he stood on it. And I'm sure Clutch Sports, LeBron, Rich Paul, Maverick Carter, all those guys then reached out to him, and he still stood on business. That's how you do it, Jaylen Brown. Talking all that cash stuff in front of your lady, only to backtrack on Twitter the next day. Shame on you, bro. Shame on you. You should never have to back down from nobody, especially LeBron James. Who is he? Who is he? He's done nothing. He hasn't done anything. He hasn't done anything since 2016. And I don't even count that bubble because he didn't go through the fire for real. And even if my Heat would have won, I still put that same asterisk right by them because they wouldn't have went through the fire. So I say in closing, speak your mind. Speak your mind. If you're a professional, if you're a fan, if whoever, anybody in between, speak your mind. If you don't like what you see out there on the court, you should be able to say something about it within reason. As long as you're not being personal, as long as you're not being ugly, as long as you're not being disrespectful, you should be able to allow to say whatever you want. And damn, whoever gets mad about it. If Bronny and LeBron want to get mad about it, tell Bronny to go hit the gym. Tell him to get them shots up and stop acting like he belongs there because he don't belong. And the target that LeBron put on that boy's back is already egregious enough. And he's sorry on top of it. Not only did you put a bullseye on his back, he's not that good on top of it, and we all knew that he was not that good. It's like it's a shame that the leading scorer on USC, who averaged damn near 17 points a game, is on a two-way contract. This dude was first team All Pac-12 and was also second team All Pac-12. And this dude is scraping and scrapping for a contract, for a roster spot. Meanwhile, his sorry teammate, who could barely get up 4 points a game, averaging damn near 30 minutes a game, almost the same amount of minutes that he's doing right now in the G League, in the preseason or summer league, the summer league. The same amount of minutes. It's like you're giving him damn near 30 minutes. If you can't see that he can't play in 30 minutes of real basketball, getting up and down the floor, then I don't know what to tell you. Are you that afraid of LeBron James? Are you that afraid of LeBron James that you can't tell the truth? Are you that afraid of LeBron James that you can't sit Bronny down and say, hey man, you are not it? Somebody should have told him that in the pre-draft workout. Somebody should have sat him down. Somebody should have kept it real, but they're not going to keep it real when it comes to LeBron, because LeBron is that powerful. But he shouldn't be, for real. Shouldn't be that powerful. But he is. We gave him that power as fans. The league was given to him when he didn't earn it. It was given to him, just like the way he's given the opportunity to his son who didn't earn it. He didn't fight for it. He didn't scrape for it. He didn't scrap for it like MJ did. MJ got it out the mud and became the GOAT. That's part of the reason why we consider him the greatest, because of his start and the simple fact that he didn't cut corners. He didn't do any of the BS that LeBron James is doing out here. He didn't have to do that to become great. And he had all the opportunity. And I spoke on this in my previous video. Michael Jordan, out of any player, could have done exactly what LeBron James done, and nobody would have said a word. And if you did say a word, it'd have been like, why are you talking? This man is the very reason why everybody got pay raises. This guy is the reason why everybody and their mama can watch NBA basketball all around the globe. So we can't say a word. What has LeBron James done for the game besides take away from the game? All he's done is take. He hasn't given the game anything. He's just taken away from it. Just like adding dealing with this whole Bronny James situation, he's taken away an opportunity from a player that's deserving. You're taking away that salary that he has not. You're taking away a salary from a franchise that could have been spending that somewhere on an actual player that is actually a factor that could help them win. Instead of spending that, throwing that away at a player who you can develop him. You probably have to develop him for the next 3-4 years for him to even get up to NBA standard. Like, and I think that's too long. This is a failed experiment. Let's hurry up. Let's get this regular season going. Get the photo op. Let Bronny James get on the floor. Everybody stands up, claps, gives him a standing ovation. He bricks up a couple shots. You know what I'm saying? He may get a couple. He can't even say free throws because he's not even a great free throw shooter. Hopefully he gets a bucket, and then they sit him down, and he does not come out until he's developed. This is a joke. This is a joke. This is not the league that Magic and Bird saved. This is not the same NBA that Michael Jordan elevated. This is not the same league that was passed over to Kobe, and Kobe maintained the standard. And then they just pretty much just shoehorn LeBron James in and say that, yeah, at the same time that Kobe is the legit best player in the world, we shoehorn this propaganda that LeBron is suddenly the greatest player in the world, ain't won a championship, can't beat Boston, couldn't do any of this, crying, throwing off his jersey, temper tantrums, failures, all that stuff. But you know what? At the end of the day, the only thing I can say is get this crap over with. Get this crap over with. Get it over with. Hurry up. Let this experiment run its course. And then get this young man out the league. He gotta go. He gotta go. There's actual killers in the G League. There's actual killers that I've seen in the Summer League that are really putting together their campaigns to make a roster. And we are literally watching a guy being given a spot, and he can't even hang. He can't even do the basics. He can't even do what's asked of him. And all we do is sit up here and shake our heads, and we know what we're seeing. We know what we see, and we know that it is not the business. It is not the deal. This is not an NBA basketball player. This is a guy who would probably do his thing at the Y, maybe do his thing in a pro-am, a semi-pro, summer league, that type of stuff, a Drew League type of stuff. You know, where you ain't got to worry about a multi-million-dollar contracts and stuff, where you're just playing for the love of the game. Should have stayed in school, Bronny. And I hate to say that. I hate to see a young man, reach his dream. But it's a great thing to see a young man reach his dream. But I hate seeing a young man basically be given something that wasn't earned. And for anybody who has anything to say about that, they should be able to say it without repercussions. Should not have to kowtow to anybody. We need to be more like Brandon Jennings and less like Jaylen Brown. If you're going to stand on business, stand on business. Don't let nobody sit up here try to throw you off your square as far as how you feel and what you see out there on that floor. Because what we see out on that floor is atrocious. It is embarrassing. And you should be embarrassed. If you are a Laker fan, you should be embarrassed. If you're a LeBron fan, you should be embarrassed. If you're a Bronny fan, you definitely should be embarrassed. Me being an NBA player, I ain't embarrassed. I'm just sickened. I'm sickened, and I'm sick of this experiment. It is time for the James family to go. And Bronny James is one of the first ones that need to go. Sorry, not sorry. With that being said, we're going to conclude with this. It's Tuesday. Hey, we missed Monday. My apologies once again. Hopefully these storms kind of bypass us. I hope they skip us. But, man, I just want you guys to know that, man, I definitely, I'm thankful that you guys tuned in and tap in with your boy on a Tuesday. It's Tuesday. You already know. Hopefully some of you guys are eating your tacos. Hopefully you guys got your tacos ready for this evening. Hopefully some of you guys are enjoying that. But I hope that the rest of you guys enjoy your evening. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your family. Love on your loved ones. Love on them babies. Tomorrow is definitely not promised. Be responsible. Be respectful. Be a blessing out there, not a burden. You already know what it is. A clear head. Good intentions in your heart. You out of here. You already know what it is. But I just definitely stay out of trouble. Man, and just be careful out there. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything stupid. And think before, if you are about to do something stupid or you think you're about to do something stupid, please think. Please think. And with that being said, it's your boy, Skinny Hardaway. This is another episode of Retro Heat Check in the books. And I'm going to leave you with these few words. Peace. And wear your sneakers.